Welcome back to my beloved Luthier workshop in Frankfurt City. I know it's been a while, but I was traveling for about 10 weeks and working on my project, building an electric guitar without electricity, outdoors, just with traditional hand tools. And I managed to finish this instrument. I will just show you the headstock and a part of the neck, because there will be a separate video series coming up about Christmas, where you can see every detail of this process, which took me, I think, 250 hours of pure handwork. Actually, this is my backpack, and these are the tools, the traditional hand tools that I have needed for building this instrument. But back to this video. Today I will release the second part of my Guitar Know-how series. And in this part, I want to talk about guitar maintenance and guitar setup and what can happen if you use too much oil for maintaining your fretboard. I will show this experiment. Actually, it's a clip out of my 1.5-hour guitar setup course that is available now. You can find the link in the description below. And I will show you with an experiment, actually with this sponge from my soldering iron, what can happen if you use too much oil while doing your guitar setup. You can mess everything up. And therefore I'm making these videos to show you how to maintain and how to set up a guitar correctly. If you're interested in that, feel free to check out the link. And now enjoy the video. Oftentimes there are just simple little things that you have care about and that make a huge difference on your guitar setup and on the playability of your instrument. Thanks for watching, thanks for your interest. At the end of the video you can see a trailer from the upcoming guitar setup course, so feel free to check this out. Thanks for your interest, enjoy your life, make music, and see you the next time. And after cleaning the fretboard, and there are two different types of fretboards. You have the lacquered one. Most of the time these are maple boards where you have a clear lacquer coat sprayed on the fretboard. So you can clean it up with just a standard guitar cleaner. Doesn't matter what you use. But if you have, like in this case, an open pore not lacquered fretboard, this is wangy, same stuff as that with rosewood. I always recommend putting some oil for the maintenance on the fretboard. Best thing if you use a lemon oil. Actually, it doesn't matter what brand. I'm not sponsored, I'm just taking this one. It's a simple fact that this one is the most easiest way to apply on the fretboard, because it has this kind of a sponge installed and you just put it in. There are different ways you can also spray it in. This can be very messy, so you spray over the instrument, have to clean up the instrument. Or you can use stuff like that, where you have to drop it on. Can also get quite messy. So I prefer this one, not because it's the best, because it's the easiest one to apply. So I apply oil on every fret, like this. And while doing that, I can tell you that the very important thing is that you don't let the oil suck in for too long. I will recommend for about 3 to 5 minutes. So why is that? I will show you that in a short experiment while letting soaking in this oil in this beautiful wangy fretboard. I want to cover the whole surface, therefore I take a paper towel that everything is covered up with oil like that. It looks always so nice if you have a fresh oiled fretboard. The structure of the wood is coming out beautiful. Now let me show you something. Imagine this is your fretboard. This is just a sponge that I use with my soldering iron. And for better imagination, I will make some arts. These are the frets, and let me say this is a dot marking. So this is your fretboard. Now it's getting interesting. I have to go to get some water. And I will apply, just on this side, a little bit water. That's totally enough. And I will leave this here. Meanwhile, I can clean up the instrument because now I have access to all the areas that are normally covered by the strings, and they are sometimes really hard to clean up. Now I will clean up the oil excess just with a new cloth. I see people out there sitting the oil for sometimes hours because they think you do your instrument a favor, but the opposite way is the truth. If you soak in your fretboard totally with oil, which is nothing different, it's a liquid, remember, if you take water or oil, it doesn't make a difference. And you make a perfect setup. And after days of sitting the instrument, under normal condition, your string action is way too high. Why is this? It's because it's totally soaked in and you made a setup, and after the oil vaporizes, you get a negative bow and the string action gets high. So therefore, always if you apply lemon oil, maximum 5 minutes, wipe it off, you're good to go. So this looks amazing. But now let's get to my sponge experiment. Look at that. I would say this looks very curved. And this is what you don't want to see on your fretboard. So if you want to avoid that, just put oil for 3 to maximum 5 minutes on your fretboard. And you will totally fine.